Welcome to Estonian Cricket Weekly. I am Ragne Hallik. Before we start, don't forget to like the video, subscribe and share it with your friends to help us spread Estonian cricket to the world. This week we have reports from the weekend's Junior Non-Stop League, as well as footage from the women's Introduction to Cricket session in Tartu. But we begin with a review of the men's Indoor League match. The first match on Saturday was scheduled to be a Division 1 match between Tartu Wolves and Tallinn Strikers. Unfortunately, the Strikers were forced to forfeit due to lack of players available, handing the victory to Wolves. Match 2 was a first division match between Tartu Wolves and Tallinn Stallions. Stallions batted first and got off to a great start with pair 1 of Ram and Gopi scoring 47. Wolves hit back, restricting pair 2 to just 3 runs. Pair 3 of Pranay and Arsalan got the Stallions back on track before losing 4 wickets in the final over to leave the score on 70. The final pair of Aditya and Rifak ensured the Stallions posted a competitive score, adding 39 runs and taking the total to 109. Best batting for Stallions was Ram, who scored 29 runs. Best bowler for Wolves was Ali Masood with figures of 2 for 17. Wolves got off to a steady start with 19 from pair 1 of Furkan and Hassan before the Stallions turned the screws, holding pair 2 to no runs. Pair 3 of Adi Masood and Asif kept the Wolves' hopes alive with 29 runs, leaving pair 4 of Mupasha and Safarullah 62 runs for victory. They gave it everything, but could only manage 34 runs to finish on 82 and give the Stallions a 27-run win. Best batting for Wolves was shared by Mupasha and Safarullah, who each scored 13 runs. Best bowling for Stallions was Gopi, who took 2 wickets for 13 runs, and he was also awarded Player of the Match. The Junior Non-Stop League continued on Sunday with 3 matches played. Karud picked up 2 wins, with Hundid winning once. Team Karud won Game 1, 27-19, Game 2, 31-21, while Team Hundid came back to win the third match, 27-23. Matilda Pesvik did well for Karud with the bat in Game 1. Marta Hint had a big contribution in all 3 games for Karud, scoring some important runs to help her team win. Marta Hint had a big impact with the ball as well, bowling with a good consistency. Davia Chowdhury had an excellent day with both bat and ball, scoring a lot of runs in both of his team's wins. Davia's bowling is quick and usually a good line and length that often results in wickets. Robert Cross's bowling has improved significantly the last few weeks, and he was again a standout, causing his opponents a lot of trouble. On Saturday, ECA coaches Laima and Savio held our first ever Women's Introduction to Cricket event in Tartu. Here is Laima with a report from the day.
The event saw the participation of 9 women with different levels of knowledge in cricket. The session began with a brief introduction to terms like batting, bowling and fielding. In the first part of the session, the participants were introduced to fielding. They started with short distance on-the-ramp catching in pairs and used the same technique to hit the wickets. All the participants showed great enthusiasm to hit the ball as far as possible while batting. They were also introduced to some basics of bowling. To conclude the session, a game of roundies was played between 2 teams. All the players understood the game rules quite quickly and seemed competitive throughout. The game ended in a draw, with both the teams scoring 45 points. Overall, it was a successful introduction session where the participants were introduced to the basics of cricket and all of them performed really well.
I'm now joined by ECA Operations Manager Terry O'Connor for his tips on this week's games. Welcome, Terry.
Thank you, Ragne.
So what is your prediction for Game 1?
The first game this week is a Division 1 game between Talon United and Talon Stallions. After 6 matches, still no one has managed to beat Stallions. Their undefeated run seems to have no end. However, the last time these two met was the lowest margin of victory for Stallions they've had this season. So if anyone can stop the Stampede, it should be United. But I'm still going to pick Stallions to win.
And what is your prediction for Match 2?
This is a Division 2 game, also featuring the undefeated league leaders, Viking Stars. They play Mustama Bulls, and just like the 2 sides in Division 1, the last time these two met, the margin of victory was 25 runs. On their day, I do think the Bulls have the talent to win this, but I'm going to go with the form side, Viking Stars to win.
Registration is open for an Introduction to Cricket program for men and boys aged 13 and up. It starts on March 5th. If you're interested in joining this program, contact development at estoniancricket.com. Our Women's Introduction course concludes on Sunday as we head into our next Women's League. Any women who are interested in joining are welcome to. Contact development at estoniancricket.com. And you can also register for the Women's League starting in March. At the end of every episode, I will teach you how we say a cricket term in Estonian. This week's word is for umpire, kohtunik. Umpire in Estonian is kohtunik. Thanks to our sponsors, Sportbet.io, HML Project Management, and Nordcon Beton for their continued support of cricket in Estonia.